More household hints from Gail. Put the flour back in the vase, number 1. 2, this is my second attempt at making this Trader Joe's pizza. Doesn't it look good? I thought it would be yummy for dinner last week. But you know, I'm really better at making reservations than cooking. I'll start by telling you that. So I'm reading the directions to it, and it says preheat the oven to 450. So what do? I go over to the oven, I put the pizza down. I'm suing them, by the way. Did I mention that? Maybe earlier. I'm suing them. I put the pizza down, and I go over to the oven, like I'm gonna do now on attempt 2 after last week, and I'm gonna push bake. Okay, I've done this before, and 450, because I remember from last week, that's what you have to cook it at. But when it says preheat the oven, that's all it says. Do you know what it doesn't say? It doesn't say call and order a pizza, which is what it should have said for me. I'm good at calling and order a pizza. It doesn't say go pick up a pizza down the street at the pizza kitchen. It says preheat the oven. So I preheated the oven at 450. Thankfully, my trusty friend David was here, who has a PhD as a scientist. So I'm waiting, we're talking, and all of a sudden, you know, it's 450, and he's like, Gail, do you smell something burning? Now, remember, the pizza is over here. The pizza can't be burning, can it? No. So I'm like, oh, I sort of do smell something burning. So we like quickly open the oven, and guess what's burning? You know something, I'll give someone $100 if they can guess what's burning. I doubt you can, but $100 on the table, game on. Anyone? What's burning? We open the oven. My toaster oven is burning. My gigantic toaster oven is in the oven. Does this anywhere say, check the oven before you start preheating? Shouldn't it say that? What about for all of us who are better at reservations than directions? Nowhere does it say, check the oven to make sure it's empty of other appliances before you preheat. So my toaster oven, which was quite large, which I quite liked and was happy with it, was in the oven. It was in the oven because this condo is for sale and my realtor wanted everything off the counters. What better place to put something big than in the oven? Look how spacious. It's a very nice oven. So in the oven is the toaster oven. And then smoke is coming, and do you see these? These are sprinklers. This is a sprinkler system. I must repeat, nowhere does it say, check to see if there are any appliances in your oven before you open it. So I'm looking, he, being a scientist, he thought we were like a minute away from the fire department in hazmat suits, because you know what's happening in this oven? The plastic of the toaster oven is melting. Melting plastic. So we turn on every fan, turn the oven off, which I do know how to do, but it was already at 450, so it didn't turn off so fast. You can't take the toaster oven out now. It's stuck to the rack. See the rack? Stuck to it. So we go outside. I'm like freaking out. He's like, burning plastic is toxic. I'm like, oh my God. I repeat again, does it say check the oven, open the oven before you start to preheat? Nowhere. So I don't know what to do. He's like, don't worry, the plastic will harden and it will crack off the rack. So I resist spending the night peeking in the oven. I get up the next morning. I look in the oven, and now I look further because the night before it was too scary. All I could see was like the little plug melted to the rack. I go in the oven the next morning. The entire sides of the toaster oven are plastic. The sides of the toaster oven have melted into two giant black plastic balls, like some sort of otherworldly force, or like, the Blob. Wasn't there a movie called The Blob? Both sides of the toaster oven are dripping down onto the oven. The toaster oven is stuck to the rack. There's no moving that toaster oven. I have to remove the entire rack with melted, hardened plastic dripping down. I run down and throw it away. I spend the next 5 hours picking plastic off the oven floor. And see that little heated coil over there? Melted onto the coil. This was not easy. And I went to get oven cleaner, but another helpful hint from Gail, while she drinks some vodka to tell the story, is like, oven cleaner, don't even bother, because the directions, you have to wear a hazmat suit to use oven cleaner, like opera-length rubber gloves, goggles. I'm like, forget this. I just continue picking away at plastic. So finally, it's spick and span clean. But the next test, the next big test, is to turn on the oven and see if you can smell any burning plastic. It might be in my head forever. So I have my friend scientist over again. We do a test run, turn on the oven, no smell. But then he's like, we should try the broiler. I never even thought about the broiler. Did anything congeal to the broiler? Turn on the broiler. Sky got away. Do you know what I got away? So, oh my God. This condo isn't insured for as much as it's on the market for. It would have just been a hideous loss. But everything worked out. And tonight, my friend Diane and I are going to have a pizza, the same pizza. I hope it's good. And I checked the oven before I preheated. And now we're going to try, and we're going to try it one more time. I hope it's good, because Trader Joe's, I'm after you. Helpful hints. Look in your appliances before you turn them on, because you never know what other appliance may be in it. Bye.